Welcome to another episode of Meet Me Outside. It's your boy Kunal. It's your boy Dennis. It's your boy Bruce. He may not be in the picture, but I don't even care. I gotta say something, man. I did a comedy festival. And it was good. It was fun. But the thing is that kind of like irritates the shit out of me is when people go.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Full names. What comedy festival? Where were you? This past weekend,
so
right?
This past weekend.
Okay.
Right. So I'm in a comedy festival, and we're not going to talk comedy. It's not a comedy. This isn't a comedy podcast. Okay?
What festival was
It was the Rogue Island Comedy
There you
Fest.
go.
Great time, good situation, good people.
Cool.
Run well. No
Nice.
problem. But I meet people, right? And when I meet people and they go, oh, where are you from? And I go, oh, I'm from New York and New York City. And they go, oh, and then they go, oh, were you born there? And I was like, yeah. And I don't mean this on some racial shit like, oh, where are you really from? I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me.
Well, I don't think that's what they're asking.
No. Because
I mean, I would ask it that way. I ask it every time I see you. I'm like, where are you really from, though, dude?
Right.
Tell me.
And then
but like anytime, I feel like anytime you tell someone you're from New York, especially if you say like New York City or the boroughs, they kind of assume you're a transplant because there's so many transplants.
Right. And also the reason why I think that adds why they feel that way is because of the way I sound.
How do you think you sound?
I think I sound like just I've got a neutral accent.
I think so, mostly. Yeah. I mean, the New York accent comes out on you sometimes if you're feeling passionate about something or upset.
We're about to get real passionate. This is the thing, man. There are just two tropes, two stereotypes of New Yorkers that exist in this world now. Mm-hmm. Okay? Which is disgusting. You've got the old school Italian, I'm from New York.
Yeah, the Staten Island New Yorker.
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker. I'm like the Long Island New Yorker. Like they're all, the city's changed. Brooklyn, I'm from Brooklyn. Shut the fuck up.
Right, okay.
You gotta go to DeFara's. That place sucks.
I've never even heard of it.
Good.
DeFara's?
It's like a pizza spot in like South Brooklyn.
Fuck DeFara's.
Yeah, I don't care, man. The guy's old. I think he quit. I think he might be dead. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Every person's like, whenever there's an old New Yorker involved, they're always going to try to give you directions.
Right.
As if GPS doesn't exist.
People giving me directions is so infuriating because I'll tell them if they're like, you're gonna go this way. Yes. And I go, don't worry about it. I got the address. Yeah. They never stop. They always fulfill the entire list of directions.
Dude, I was staying at this woman's Airbnb, lovely lady. Right. And she goes, where are you? And I go, I'm on this road, like Bayview Road or whatever the hell it is.
Sure.
And she goes, no, but like where on Bayview? And I'm like, what do you...
You want monuments?
Yeah, like what am I supposed to do here? I'm driving at night.
Give her your latitude and longitude?
Yes, sir. Yeah, this is what I got to do. I got to do 52 degrees, 72, like west. Like,
wait a minute, Airbnb, the address wasn't there?
What do you mean the address wasn't there?
Like you weren't lost or anything, were you?
No. It was in my GPS.
So why is she even asking you where you at?
That's what I'm saying.
Be like, don't worry about it. Did the money go through?
I mean,
then shut your mouth.
Right?
I'm from New York, bitch. Bitch. Throw it at it.
Yeah. So she's like, well, tell me like where you are, and I go, and then I tell her this liquor store, and she goes, okay, you got to make a right. I'm like, I got GPS, and she goes, oh, I don't care about GPS.
She says, I don't care about GPS. I don't care about GPS,
and I go, there are satellites above us, you dumb bitch. There are satellites above us telling me where I'm at.
Is there a Rhode Island accent? Is she saying it? Like, I want to hear how she sounds. No, is this an old lady? Old broad?
Lady, natural, neutral accent.
I don't care about GPS.
No, she was just, I don't care about GPS. Not even that sweet.
That was very
sweet.
Like, honey, I don't care about GPS.
No, she was like, I don't care about GPS.
It's like, well, GPS doesn't care about you.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
I don't need your directions.
Yeah. GPS stands for grandparents suck.
Unless there's like a dirt road that's unmarked.
Yeah.
Listen, GPS flubs once in a while.
Absolutely.
But it still knows when you're on the service road or the highway. That's pretty... What are we talking here? 20 yards it can tell your location?
I mean, I can figure it out
at
that point. You know what I'm saying? I got to be in a complete dead zone.
You're ready to get a refund on this lady already?
No. This was the festival covered it, so it's not a big deal.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, the festival covered it. Because what happened was they had a hotel for all the comics, and the hotel burned down.
Yes, you told me about this. Is there a story behind it? Like, how did this hotel burn down? How big of a hotel was it?
I mean, it was pretty big. I think
is this like The Shining level?
No. I don't know how. I think it might have had 90 rooms. I don't know.
That's fucking crazy.
It was a big ass hotel, and it
all burned down.
All gone. Yeah, burned to a crisp.
You think the comedy festival was behind it?
I mean, that seems a pretty egregious thing to do.
Jewish lightning?
What is
You
that?
never heard that?
What is
you
Jewish?
never? I can't believe some of the things you've not heard.
But haven't I explained to you my childhood?
Yeah, you're getting your dick sucked on rooftops. You're fucking throwing bricks at people and shit.
At what point do I got time to learn? What time do I got to learn modern phrasing?
Well, you're on the internet being racist in chat rooms.
Yeah,
you might want to throw the Jews in there once in a while.
When do I have time to sit here and learn phrases?
Can you figure out what Jewish lightning is?
Jewish lightning, based on what you're saying.
Based on the context clues?
Based on the clues. Hold on, let me get out my magnifying glass. Based on the clues, I'm going to say setting something on fire for the insurance money.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Very, very good. Very New York of you to get that.
That's so insane that's
Jewish lightning. How did the Italians not get that one? How did they not get some funny phrase for burning your place down for insurance?
I'm sure they've got several phrases. I'm sure they got several phrases.
They're not on the phones being like Jewish lightning. It's like no, we don't say that.
We don't say that.
It's pasta fire. That's what we got.
Pasta fire.
We got a pasta fire situation.
The old fagool fire.
Yeah, Italians aren't in insurance, I guess, because the Jews have their hands in everything, don't they?
They do.
It's getting very New York very quickly.
But so it's the New York accent truly is the one, the typical prototype Brooklyn guy. The one they don't give you the door. They don't want to hear about your GPS.
Yeah.
They're just I do it old school. We do it the New York way. Shut the fuck up.
Old New Yorkers are kind of they're either like that or they're like this elite intelligent type people.
What do you mean?
Like, you walk around the city and you see someone and they're dressed like shit, but they live in some amazing apartment that they're grandfathered into. You know what I mean?
100%.
They pay like $600 a month.
Yes,
they
live in a hotel for $600 a month.
Essentially, yeah. They probably teach or some bullshit.
Of course, absolutely. Family money out the wazoo.
Yeah, family money. That's a phrase. What is that? Family money? What is it?
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding. Okay. I'm saying my family has no money is what I'm trying to say.
Right. I mean, a family has a house. It's fine.
We have a house. Yeah, well, that's most people have a house.
We turn on each other real quick. Yeah, you stupid elite bastard.
You have a house?
So there's that accent.
Okay.
And then there's this, the urban New York accent. Yo, son, what up? I'm from New York City, Flatbush, East New York, bro. I don't not bros, bro. I don't fuck around like that. Yo, son, better back the fuck up. They might throw in a couple N-words, soft ones.
Yeah.
Even if they're not black, kind of dicey.
We've talked about that. Spanish people throwing around the N-word.
Yes,
it's a delicate situation I'm not the one to judge.
I've done a podcast. I've done another podcast where a black guy from Atlanta. He's like, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't tolerate New Yorkers that are Latin using the N-word and they're Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, where the fuck do they come off? It was like a mind fuck for him because somebody Spanish, somebody Latin using the N-word is not something that happens in the South.
Right, it's not.
Yeah, there's a clear cut. But New York is such a melting pot that apparently Latin people picked it up and now they're just dropping it left and right.
Well, not all Latin people.
Not all Latin people.
And honestly, I imagine a lot of it was like who you went to school with, who did you hang around with. I've known white people who throw the N-word around, and it's like, I mean, it blows my mind.
Absolutely.
But I see them drop it in front of certain black people who they're friends with, and the black people are like, yeah, he says that. You know what I mean?
That's just Richard.
It's like, that's Richard. Yeah, you know what I mean? If I had a problem with it, I should have piped up in 8th grade, not when we're 45. You know what I mean? Like
now Richard's an accountant and says the N-word on the weekends.
It's also like if you're doing drugs with people, no one cares what you're saying. You know what I mean? If you're the type to be doing like hard drugs,
absolutely,
and living that young lifestyle of like every day, it's like, all right. I was about to say you're not a drug addict, but you pretty much are. If you're like every day, every week, you're like, all right, just got to scrounge up a little bit of money to get my fix or whatever, blah blah blah. And you got your boy who maybe you work with, like, you got $20? All right, cool, I got my 20. You don't care if you're calling each other the N-word.
Yeah, of
you know
course
what I mean?
not. When you're railing lines of blow, you don't sit there and be like, hey man, we got to talk about something.
Yeah,
we got to discuss something.
I'm a little offended.
Yeah, I'm a little upset. Oh, by the way, did you test this for fentanyl? Nah, we all right.
Yeah, soft N-word.
Right. So it's just like that urban, and this is the thing. I don't judge people. Man, I get if this is the people you identify with, right? I get that. But then the thing is, there are so many other New Yorkers that just sound like me.
Yeah, just neutral accents.
Neutral accent. And we just get, unless we're this Brooklyn Italian tough or this urban, like, don't fuck with me, I'm from the hood. Like,
that kind of hood energy.
Yeah.
And they're not doesn't mean they're thugs or anything. They just have that energy.
But they grasp to the thug behavior so much as a way to seem threatening.
Yeah.
And it's just somebody like me who's not, I'm not an intimidating guy. I'm not a threatening guy.
Did you ever go through phases, listen to like hardcore rap or something and have like...
It just never felt natural.
Never went that way for you.
Like I would feel like, I like sometimes I'd hang with different groups. I'd hang with like black people and I felt myself, the term is called code switching. Where you would adapt to the thing. And it's like, now I just feel, it feels unnatural to me. It feels strange. I can't put up the front. Like, I found out about a guy, not going to name names because I don't want him to lose money. But the thing, and that's the only exception I think we should make. As long as it could cost someone money.
I'm not trying to harm anybody, cost anybody work.
I won't fuck with your wallet.
You'll fuck with my wallet,
I'll fuck with your wallet.
You'll be the first one to blow up my spot.
I mean, your wallet's garbage.
I have a house.
So, this guy, I found out, we're from the same neighborhood. Mm-hmm. His doorman lived in my building.
Right.
Like, that tells you the discrepancy.
That's a little bit of a class issue.
Yeah, it's a class issue.
That's something where if you guys were in high school and he found that out, that would be his bullying touchstone. Every day he'd be like, yeah, that's why my doorman lives in your building.
Right.
And he'd snap in a Z.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, this is why you a rich motherfucking bitch, son. Yeah. And then I get in his face and we dropping the N-word. So it's just like...
Two non-black people dropping N-words at each other.
Yeah, black people walking by going, this is getting heated.
Yeah. Suddenly you guys get real quiet all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, a black guy walks by. Bro, these people are getting fucking wild out here. The accents are just off the chain.
That is a weird thing with stand-up where it's like who you are off stage better at least be kind of who you are on stage.
And I see this often with other comics that are from New York City that try to come off tough. And then, and when they do, it's like, what are you doing? Who are you fooling here? You can try this shit with a guy from North Carolina, and he's going to believe you.
Right.
But when it comes to me, you better pack it up.
Yeah.
Put that bullshit accent away and talk to me like the way you talk to your mother.
Well, maybe not that way. Well, he might be really rude to his mother.
That's, you know what, man? That's true.
That's a good point.
That's true. He would be rude to his mother.
Also, there's no room for toughness in comedy. Like, I know we don't want to talk shop, but anytime comedy mixes with tough, or even coolness, I'd say. I hate to see, like, the cool, whatever.
None of that.
Unless it's your whole character, I guess.
Yeah, but even now you're just annoying. Yeah. That's all it really is, man. I find everything about people that put on the airs, it's a little much. And when it becomes frustrating for my day-to-day existence, I'll say something. There are plenty of people who are not black that sound black, and I'm kind of okay with it. Only because I hear their story and I go, this is just the culture I felt comfortable with. Yeah. And I go, okay, I can understand that. But then, when you got a doorman, it's a different story.
You got a doorman, it's like, come on, man, you can't even open your own door?
Can't even open your own door.
Tough guy?
Yeah.
Cool guy?
I'm going to tell you right now, this doorman couldn't even protect, not a good doorman.
He couldn't open the door to his own building?
No,
He'd call you?
I mean, he couldn't protect his own kids. So that's, you know what I mean?
Jesus, what happened to his kids?
He used to wail on them. I used to
wail on him is a great way to describe child abuse.
Yeah, it was. I could hear it from upstairs, dude.
No,
I could hear him boxing his kids.
Jesus Christ, Oh man!
I mean, he would hear the downstairs kids would hear me getting hit.
If I had to come home every day after holding doors open for richer people than me, I'd probably want to beat somebody up too.
First of all, he worked the night shift, so really, how many doors?
Minimal door opening.
Minimal door opening. If this was 9 to 5 maximum door opening, I would understand coming home and wanting to get a little exercise on the kids.
Wait a minute. So he's working the night shift, so these kids are getting beat up before they go to school?
I guess he wakes up at like 5 and then starts like it's a morning beat down that he gives the kids.
All right, we got eggs, cereal. Come here, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
We got egg, cereal, left hook, uppercut.
Oh man, I never lived in an apartment though, too.
Yeah. Everybody in my building was getting hit.
Yeah. Were you getting hit?
Yeah.
You gonna cry about it?
Right here.
Get over it, all right?
Yeah, let it go.
That's right. That's a good one too. That's a good old time. Get over it. There's no room for like new politics or anything. You know.
No. It's absolute bullshit. Back in my day, we toughened up. No, you didn't.
No, you
didn't toughen up. Yeah. Okay, you were soft. You treated your kids soft. You were a bitch. You couldn't connect with your parents. You never forgave your father. You're all fucking maniacs.
And you're all fucked up from it now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And at least we have the wherewithal to go to therapy and talk to somebody, whereas you guys sat there all clenched up, staring out a fucking window, looking at just wondering where all the time went.
Yeah, I was talking about this yesterday. I had a Happy Memorial Day weekend, by the way. Memorial Day. I was at a barbecue.
Give it up for the troops. Give it up for
the troops. I support the troops.
Yeah,
they're not cops. All right, hold on.
We all support the troops. For every war that they fight, except when they come home, and that's the war that they lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
The treatment of troops.
No health insurance though when they get back, please.
Yeah.
I was at
Keep selling your tiny flowers by the side of the highway. Happy Memorial Day. America doesn't give a fuck about you. Okay.
Jesus.
They should be allowed to keep the guns.
That's what we need in this country.
I'm going to tell you right now.
War veterans with PTSD bringing back firearms.
Hear me out.
Tough week for this conversation.
Hear me out. I don't care, and I'm going to go full tilt into this situation. I got to say this. Okay. Yes, school shooting. Sure. Okay.
Oh, was there?
Just a small amount.
A small one?
Just a small
one.
Okay. Not just the targets.
Right. All
right. So, this is the thing. School shooting. I want to just say this right here, right now.
On the record.
Yeah. Every tweet, Instagram story, Instagram post, Facebook update, TikTok, whatever, does not matter. Does nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? You are doing this for yourself and nobody else. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, this past week after this school shooting, I almost considered wanting to mute all the people I do follow, and then maybe follow a couple right-leaning sides of the politician.
Mute everything but like Barstool Sports.
Yeah. Because then at least this way I get to be like, well, it's not as depressing here.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And I'm not trying to downplay this. Not even remotely.
No, sure.
No, but it was just very depressing, very self-serving, and I understand that. And this is the thing. If you want to make a difference, the answer is you call your senator. That's probably not going to do anything anyway. That's really doesn't.
Whenever I see those, because I see those posts on Instagram where it's like, "This is your senator's information.
Right.
Let's mass flood them."
Sure.
They don't give a fuck. Oh, the phone's ringing a lot today.
Yeah, the phone's always ringing.
You think they get to like 1,000 calls and like, well, I guess we got to do something. It quiets down after 2 days.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm wrong here. It doesn't do shit.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. I will say this, though. It makes me reminisce about the days of old when we used to...
Old school New Yorker.
Yeah, old school New Yorker. Here we go.
Becoming what you hate. You know, when I was a kid. A school shooting happened, we said... tragedy, and we moved on.
No. Here we go. I'm gonna take it back one step further.
Okay.
Remember when we had the decency to only shoot up post offices?
Were there school shootings before Columbine?
There were, but very few.
But not like not as bad as that.
But postal shootings. They were the norm.
Yeah.
Why can't we?
Happened more than once, right?
Yes, several times.
Yeah.
I looked this up.
Going postal
became an expression.
Right.
What did the post office do that made everything so much more calm? Right. That's what I'm curious about. Why can't they implement that to the schools?
Maybe it's like a generational thing where, like, you kind of just reject your parents, whatever they were about, you go against often. Right. Not me and you. We're smart people. Right. But generally speaking, people will kind of... I've said this about the South where, like, the young people in the South, they're so educated.
Yes.
And I think that a big part of that was because they grew up hearing these fucking stereotypes about themselves, and they're like, I'm not dumb. What are you talking about?
So you're saying that a generation
of postal people were crazy. And then the new post office workers came in. They were like, I'm not about shooting people. I'm about the Pony Express, goddammit.
No.
I'm moving mail, baby.
This is when no matter rain, sleet, or shit. Yeah, that's when the expression came in. It was just like, we're a new post office, all right?
A serious social revamp of the post office.
The only thing we're shooting off is these letters.
Yeah, right?
So I think something changed at the post office to cause this place to be a better work environment.
What do you think it was?
I do not know.
The introduction of the forever stamp? Stamps having expirations is really dumb.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, okay. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, that might have been it. That might have been it.
You guys don't have to check expiration dates on stamps anymore.
I don't know. I don't know what we can do to possibly make schools as like where post offices are now.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that where we're heading? Are we going to fix the school shooting problem right now?
I don't think it's going to happen on this podcast.
It could, though.
It could. You never know.
You never know.
So I just think that we used to do post offices. They don't do post offices anymore. Something changed. And, of course, it would be a government entity that would not have any more shootings.
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. And I don't know what we need to do to get back to going back to post offices, because I'll tell you this much. The last time I was in a post office, I was not happy. So, something had to have changed that I wasn't aware of.
Post office is a miserable place.
It's a very
miserable place.
Very miserable
I try to be as polite as possible so that I can send and receive my drugs without interference. But like, course. They really, sometimes you get a nice person, but when you get someone, and you got to be nice. Yeah. They could be carrying a weapon. Yeah, you don't want to be, we might be going into the next generation again of post office people where they're like. The
cycle continues?
Yeah, the cycle. It's a never-ending vortex of violence. Right. Violence and peace. Right. Back and forth forever and ever.
But I don't know. Yeah, that thick glass that they stand behind. And the post office glass is thicker. It's almost thicker than a bank glass.
Is it protecting us from them or them from us?
I have no idea anymore.
We don't know.
But I will say this, though. More often than not, you've been to a bank. If you ever walk into a bank, you see the glass that they're behind. Fine. All well and good. And it's very clear. It's very clear and clean.
Hitting it with the Windex every day.
Every day. Mm-hmm. But the post office glass.
Never clean.
I've seen. This is how I know that the post office vibe has not gotten better.
Right.
I've seen scratch marks in the glass. Knife marks. I've seen knife marks in a post office window.
Like it's protecting them from a horde of zombies.
Yeah. I could easily expect someone to be like, what do you mean? You tried to deliver my package. I was home. I was home the entire day.
Yeah.
Why do I have this slip?
Yeah.
Why did you, and somebody just taking a knife and carving into the glass.
I wonder if the doorbell cameras now, if postal workers feel about the doorbell cameras the same way cops do about body cams. Oh. Where they're like, now people got to watch me do my job. I got to,
That is a very interesting point. You think like, they were just coming around doing whatever the fuck they want. Sometimes they
throwing packages from the sidewalk,
spitting in the box.
I hope not. I mean, that's just rude.
I don't know.
I could understand throwing. You don't want to have to walk up the driveway or whatever.
Put your gum in the box.
Yeah. And then how long until we start seeing postal workers like accidentally breaking the door cams,
Yeah,
just like, my body cam, it turned off somehow.
Right.
Don't know how it happened,
but they're telling the postal chief, I'm telling you, chief, it's not my fault. He came out of nowhere.
These Ring doorbells, they're shoddy. Yeah, they're shoddy equipment.
He opened the door out of nowhere when I shot him.
I'd be so mad. And you can't really retaliate. Like if you found out your mailman was like throwing your packages and shit. What do? You confront, hey, buddy, could you?
Is nothing.
Well, you can't.
You're at the whim.
It's your mailman.
Yes.
Forever until they get moved to another street or they die.
Same with your garbage man.
You got to treat these people well.
Fuck with these people.
Yeah.
They will. I have seen the difference between house to house in neighborhoods.
Right.
How the garbage men in my mom's neighborhood, when they pass my mom's house, her garbage cans are neatly put back.
Yep.
They're standing upright. Mm-hmm. Then I have seen the next house a garbage guy throw the garbage in and literally whale the goddamn garbage can, and it's just on, and it's on their lawn. Some of the garbage still in the can.
Yeah, they didn't even get all the garbage. They're just banging it off the bay window at the front of the house. You know, shit. My buddy yesterday at the barbecue, my buddy's going to become a sanitation worker soon, and he's been telling me about, like, not that it's cushy, but the amount of power you hold over people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He said before he got hired, his friend who works in the sanitation, because of course it's always who you know.
It's who you know.
It's who you know.
Absolutely.
And
same with cops, same with anyone in the government, in the government sector.
His buddy called him up one day, his garbage man buddy, and he was like, your address, that's 33 whatever drive.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He goes, I got you. From there on out, they would bring it up the driveway and put it back on the side of the house.
Insane.
That's like, but now you got to grease that palm. You got to grease it every Christmas, every holiday season.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, think of it this way. If you're giving your garbage guys $50 each.
Right.
Okay, I think that's a good amount.
It's like 150. 3 guys, I got to figure.
I mean, 2
on a truck. 2 guys on a truck.
2 guys on a truck, and then the mailman. So $150.
Yeah.
$150 for a year of being headache free.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's 30 cents. I mean, not even, man. It's
How
pennies.
do you keep track of all these houses, though? Who gets what kind of treatment? You know what I mean?
They know. They'll figure it out.
I guess they get, a couple months on the job. They're like, I know these houses.
Yeah, I know these houses like the back of my hand, man.
Right,
I know,
right.
Like, who's a real asshole, who doesn't put shit in bags, who puts all sorts of nonsense on the curb and wants me to throw it away. They know everything.
I never greased anyone at any of my jobs. I was never like the hookup guy.
What do you mean?
Like, if someone I knew came in and, like, I say, like, when I was working at the deli, if someone came in and got a sandwich,
right,
I'm charging you full price, bro.
You're not giving any sort of...
No.
You're not upping the meat a little bit for a homie?
You make a nice sandwich, you know.
So then you are greasing palms.
No.
You're greasing the sandwich?
I'm giving them good... I'm greasing myself. Yeah. No, I'm giving proper service is what I'm doing. But they're paying for a product. They should get a good product.
You don't give exceptional service to, like, a guy who walks in, your buddy Willie rolls in, maybe Sean Donnelly walks in, a homie, a comic.
You can ask Donnelly, because I've made him sandwiches at the day job in the past. Yeah. Full price.
No, I'm not saying...
charge him more.
I'm not saying full price.
Okay.
I'm saying you make the sandwich with exceptionally better service.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I make every sandwich.
There
you know.
Go. That's the point that
I used to like to say...
You're corrupt.
You're corrupt, and we got you.
We got you.
I got it.
It's all on tape here.
Yeah.
Dennis Rooney, real piece of shit. Big local deli worker with a real
my headshot.
Yeah.
Me eating a sandwich.
Yeah. You holding a bunch of cold cuts.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, but then when I get greased, like I've gone to places and stuff, and I get a little bit of a hookup.
Right.
I feel bad.
Why?
Because I'm like, this ain't your shit to give away, almost.
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Which is a very capitalist.
Give me an example.
I'm a cuck to capitalism.
You are.
I guess.
You come in here with such cuck energy some days.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
They call me cuck goose. Cuck goose, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's there's right and there's wrong.
You know the old childhood game cuck tag.
Cuck tag. Because, like, it's one thing I put a couple extra slices of roast beef on a sandwich.
Yeah,
like,
let's get the friends together, play a little cuck ball.
It's another thing to charge someone, to not charge someone for stuff. Because it's like, it's not your business. You know what I mean?
Okay, so explain to me where somebody is giving you a hookup and you felt...
Oh, I never, like, made sure...
You felt guilty.
Well, I always... Also, whatever I would have been charged... Yeah. Because, like, in my head, I kind of know how much it should have been.
Right.
It's going in the tip jar. So now they grease my wheels, but my wheels are not really greased because I'm giving the grease right back to them.
Grease right back.
I'm a grease returner.
I
return the grease.
What's that called? What's that? You know the when people a gift horse.
You really think I have cuck energy? Gift horse.
I
look it right down the mouth, right down the barrel. I get in there.
You open up its mouth.
I'm giving it like a endoscopy basically with my face. I'm getting so deep into that. Are there people in there?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a trap. This is a goof.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you look the gift horse back in the mouth.
I look it back in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, sometimes you gotta take the hookup.
No, I take it.
Yes.
But, like, I feel a little guilty.
You've taken hookups before.
Crying, eating a sandwich in my car.
You're not taking hookups. You take hookups all the time.
Well, don't say like that. What are you talking
about? You're
a
corrupt piece of shit like the rest of them. Okay?
You corrupt cuck.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than a corrupt cuck.
And here you are. you are.
I cucked out last night a little bit.
Please tell me.
Got a little bit of somebody laid hands on me last night at this barbecue, dude.
I'm going to tell you right now. Let me tell you something.
Tell me, Kunal.
I'm going to tell you something. Dennis, for those who are listening in, let me describe this man. He's 6'5"?
6'5".
6'5". It's about time I got it right. I've been really nailing your height lower.
300 plus pounds.
358 pounds.
Giant wingspan.
Man's got a massive wingspan. At base, he is a big fucking dude.
But I don't think I come off as intimidating.
Baby-faced. Baby-faced as fuck. He is a big fucking dude, okay? Now.
Babyface, I laugh like a little girl.
You laugh like a little girl. And I will say this. You're a sweet guy riddled with Catholic guilt.
Yes.
Riddled. It's disgusting.
Accurate on all counts.
And I have been waiting my entire
to see
life
me unleash,
to see you snap on somebody. I want to watch you pick up somebody, hold them up against. You know in the movies when they show somebody holding up somebody against the wall, and you see their feet dangling below.
You've been waiting for me.
I want to see you make a man's feet dangle, and I hope to God it's not me who causes you to do this. But I want you to do that to somebody and be like, I'm going to tell you right now, I will fucking break you in half. I'll rip your spine out of your body.
It didn't get to that point.
Please, you better be detailed as fuck and lay down the situation.
Listen, it's a Memorial Day barbecue. We're in our 30s.
Yes.
All right? Me and everyone there, I'm the comedian, so like I'm the schmuck. You know what I mean?
Who's barbecue?
My buddy Mike.
Okay.
My buddy Mike F. I don't want to cost them work.
Non-comedians.
Non-comedian. I'm the only guy there.
And they all know you're a comic.
Not really, but people kind of know.
This is the problem when you're a naturally funny guy.
Thank you. Okay? I'd like to think so.
Yes, you are. You've got when you are out and about.
What's unnaturally funny like? It's like I'm funny now, but I took a lot of medication, a lot of prescriptions to get this funny.
You won't believe the amount of drugs I'm on just to crack a couple of jokes. You know what I mean? Why did the chicken cross the road? You know how much Adderall I'm on?
You know how they see like a runner on a treadmill with like tubes coming out of it, like in the 50s, 70s back in the day? You just see me like on stage with a microphone. And there's like air tubes coming out of my shit.
You're just running it. They're reading you jokes about how to be funny.
They're heckling me. I'm just dipping and dodging. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your mother's a bitch. I'll show you a bitch. Your father when I fucked him last night.
Your father's a cuck. Ha.
So that's okay. So
but like it's an adult party. That's what I mean. It's like it's not like some. The
point that I'm trying to make is when you're a person who does comedy, people assume that because you're fast and funny and enjoyable to be around, it's because you do comedy, and it's not the case. You were like that before.
Yes.
And comedy is just something you do as a result of it.
Right.
It's no different than saying like man, I practiced basketball. I became a basketball player. Right. I practiced, but there was. This is a horrible analogy. I'm giving up on it.
It's okay.
Yeah. But this is the thing. You're a funny guy. You do comedy. But there are people who are not funny when you talk to them, not as enjoyable, and they suck. And then as a result, they do comedy, and it's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't want to talk to them off stage.
Right. And sometimes, like, to being a comedian, it's like a little bit of a badge of honor.
Yes.
We're all kind of quietly like, it's cool that
absolutely.
I do comedy. It's cool, you know?
Right. So you're at this barbecue.
I'm at the barbecue. And also, you don't want to tell people. Sometimes you want to show the badge and be like, I'm a comedian. If I'm talking to a girl, it's like, no big deal.
50th thing I'll tell them before I tell them
what because sometimes you tell them and they just start haranguing you about comedy. Or even worse, they start trying to be funny around you.
Oof, that is worse.
And you have to fake laugh or you have to just be like,
I will respect the ask me a million questions. But I will not respect the you try to be
suddenly
funny.
Turning it on.
Yeah. Please don't do that.
Don't do that, people.
You leave your water cooler talk for the water cooler. Be the funniest guy at your office.
Sure. It's pompous to say, but I said this once to a coworker where they were like, well, I'm funny. I'm like, you are funny, but you're not actively funny.
Right.
Every second of every day, whether I want to or not, the comedic brain is going where it's like, what are the angles? What are punchlines? And it gets annoying. I've had relationships fail because they're like, can you fucking let some thoughts just go without expressing them, you know? I'm like an anxious batter. I swing at every pitch. Right, you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
In the relationship aspect.
Like in a relationship, like post-coitus,
yeah.
I'm like cracking jokes and she's just like, will you shut the fuck up for 5 minutes? I fucked you and you still won't shut up? I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just
how much more do you need?
What do you want from me?
Why did the cum cross the chest?
Ew.
I know.
So I'm at the party last night.
Backyard party?
backyard inside. It was kind of raining on and off. We're also watching the Rangers game. Rangers had a win. That was cool.
Okay.
And
there's a grill going.
Burgers, dogs, keg beer. There's a cold keg of beer.
Beautiful.
And after a certain
chips, dip, what are we talking?
you always want to know the spread.
I will not. I like to set the fucking scene. Just bring everyone listening there.
Jalapeno kettle chips.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious, bro.
All right.
I've never fuck about jalapeno kettle chips.
I'm like, is he saying that on purpose because he knows I like that?
Do you love those? They're pretty good.
They're the best.
Small amounts, though.
The best of the kettle chip.
Interesting take. Yes. Okay. Maybe, probably.
Right.
They got little pretzels.
Okay.
They got little homemade like cupcakes and like little crumb cake, tiny.
So this isn't some dude, not a dude. Like
my buddy Mike will be working for Sanitation soon.
Sure.
He married a very lovely young lawyer.
So
smart guy, smart gal. They're doing well for themselves. They bought a nice house.
I was gonna say there's a woman involved here because you got the tiny cupcakes, you got the small snack situation.
That's why I went. I was like, she's got to have lady friends. I need to meet some people. You know, let me go out to this thing.
100%.
Just kidding, Mike. If you're listening, I would have showed up for you, buddy. Maybe not after this bullshit that I had to go through. So the night, we're having a good time.
When does it start?
3 o'clock. I don't get there till 5.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I get
there. People are loaded?
People aren't. By the end of the night, people are getting a little hammered. You know,
what time is this
once the Ranger game starts at 8, the Jameson gets broken out. You know, so now you got your keg beer, your college feelings, but you got the Jameson going for certain people. You know, I like the Jameson.
I know you like the Jameson, but you, Dennis, can handle your booze.
I can handle my booze.
You can handle your booze.
And now, granted, too, by like 10 o'clock, I'm pretty drunk.
You're sauced,
but like. Everyone's pretty drunk, and we're having a great time. It's a great party.
Okay.
He's got a nice empty garage.
Beautiful.
They got what do you call shooty hoops or pop shot? A carnival arcade basketball game. You know the ones I'm talking about?
The carnival arcade.
What do you call them?
I just call them mini basketball.
That's kind of what I've always called them.
It's mini basketball.
These people are having they're having a big argument over shooty hoops, which sounds both gay and infantile somehow.
It's so stupid.
And pop shot.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You said, what do you call them? And you gave me the 2 names.
Never heard of either.
Never heard of either. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, you had no idea.
And now I'm like, too many details.
It's just mini basketball. You like the table set. I'm setting the table.
Yeah. Mini basketball.
Mini basketball's going. Eventually, they break out beer pong. You know, because when you're in your 30s, you're like, no, we're not. You know, at 5 o'clock.
I think this. I think that flip cup, no.
A little old for flip cup. Unless it's like close friends, small.
Yeah, right. But beer pong, I think, can still play.
Yeah.
But once you go past 40...
It's tough.
I better not see a red Solo cup.
It's tough.
Party. I better not see... If I'm at a party... And there are red Solo cups.
Well, hold on. There's nothing wrong with red Solo cups, but playing beer pong.
I'm telling you right now. I'm probably gonna. I'm not staying long.
That's an American barbecue staple, though.
I'm not. No, I mean beer pong happening.
That's what I mean. Yeah, beer pong is kind of unacceptable after 40, but no, red Solo cups are just functional and practical.
Yeah, right.
I play a game of beer pong or two with some buddies, and I'm back and forth. I'm walking around. I'm mingling. Blah blah blah.
Okay. Any girls?
Yeah, some ladies there. Some nice young ladies. Yeah, a little bit.
You know,
nothing crazy.
Okay.
Nothing, whatever. Most of them are taken. That's the thing. It's a lot of couples. It's a lot of couples.
No single ladies at all.
I don't know if there was none at all.
Okay.
But like towards the end of the night, it was mostly mostly the guys. There was a baby at one point.
Okay.
Like later than I think there should have been a baby.
I don't
like I was kind of drunk and I just see this fucking baby go running by my feet and I was like, what the? There's a baby here now.
If I see your baby out past 11,
I'm kicking that baby.
That baby's a street baby.
Yeah,
it's up for grabs. I kid you not. This baby's up for grabs.
Street baby is a great name for like a punk band.
Yeah, it is.
Street baby, street baby. That's a song.
Gonna fuck a girl that got my man. Street baby,
street baby.
Yeah.
Oh man, so it's getting a little late. You know what I mean? Like I'm probably heading home in the next hour or so. Anyway, it's probably like 11.
Okay,
probably like 11. I've been there since 5.
Yeah, it's time to go.
The keg beer's catching up. I can handle my booze, but I get tired.
Right,
I get tired.
Right. Sober enough to drive?
No, I wasn't driving.
Okay,
no, I never drink and drive. I never fuck with that.
Yeah.
I'll smoke and drive.
Yeah.
But so the garage kind of clears out, and I start setting up for the next game of beer pong.
Sure.
The game before this has been completed.
And you won.
No. I'm fresh to the table again.
Okay.
Coming back to the table for... I didn't get a win all night.
Okay.
I only played like 3 games.
Sure.
But coming back, start setting up, and I pour big beer. I start filling up all the small.
Are you a shit talker when it comes to beer pong?
Absolutely.
Big shit talking.
Big shit talker all the time.
Right. You are.
Cocky shit talker.
Yeah,
it's a weird dynamic.
That's the worst combination.
It's a weird dynamic.
It's like, listen, I'm going to say poor things about you, but I still want you to fuck my wife later.
I would never want to see the girl I'm having sex with have sex with someone else in front of me. That's a weird kink to me. It's a weird fetish. You'll have to explain it to me sometime. Gotcha. All right. So I'm filling up the cups, and this dude who I'd been introduced to earlier in the night, which funnily enough, when his girlfriend, because I knew his girlfriend, not close with her, just knew her back in the day from high school, seeing her, oh, good to see you.
Yeah, big
this
whore.
is my jeez. She's like, oh, this is my boyfriend, and I'm just, hey, nice to meet you.
Yes.
But even that, you get vibes from somebody, you get a read on somebody. He stared at me a little bit when I shook his hand, right into my.
Describe his build.
5'8", 5'9", not a short guy, kind of wiry, just some average white dude. You know what I mean? Some average looking guy.
Okay.
Not twisted steel and sex appeal like me.
Yeah, not you, baby.
Not wearing all black in the summertime.
Absolutely. Not black kryptonite over here.
Not wearing all black and Timberland boots.
Yeah, Mr. Onyx out here.
Onyx?
It's a black stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
This dude comes up to me, and it's his table technically.
Because he
won the last game. But I'm setting up for the next game.
Yes.
I'm the new, me and my buddy, we're going to play him and whoever.
Right.
I'm pouring the beer. And this
you've
dude.
met this man earlier in the night.
For 5 seconds.
5'8",
just said hello.
Wiry gentleman, white
just
guy.
said hello to him. That's it. But he kind of stared at me when I shook his hand. And
when I get a vibe, I'm very cautious of where you are in the party.
Of the vibe guy?
Of the vibe guy.
Really?
I kid you not. When I'm at a party and I see a guy...
Maybe we need you in schools to prevent these horrible tragedies.
I spent a lot of time in post offices and things have changed.
I got a vibe on the first floor.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, man, if I got a vibe from somebody and I don't like it, they give me this energy that I'm not cool with.
Right.
I'm not going to look at this person, but you can best fucking believe I'm going to know where they're at.
You know how many times they're using the bathroom.
Absolutely.
How many jalapeno kettle chips they've had.
100%.
Too many.
Too many.
Too many.
I'm
Leave some for the rest of us.
How many cups of beer they've had.
Yeah.
I know all the things about them.
And I gotta again. I want to preface this.
Yes.
I'm pretty drunk.
You're sauce.
But I got my wits about me.
Sure.
I know where I'm at.
Okay.
I know where I'm at.
We will determine.
I know that I have not offended anybody.
I don't think I'm on your side yet.
I don't think I've offended anybody.
Okay, there we go.
No, I'm having a good time.
I know how mouthy you can get.
I can get mouthy.
Yeah.
I can get mouthy.
Yeah, you got a fucking baby's mouth on that baby face body on that big fucking tank of a structure right there.
Ouch.
Okay.
I know when I'm mouthy though.
Yeah.
And when I was in Ireland, I went up to, this is when I was 19, but I went up to a couple guys and I just started making fun of them to their face, completely unprompted.
Yeah.
And laughing, ha ha, obnoxiously. Dude, just asking for it.
Yeah, of course.
Just asking for an ass kicking.
Yeah.
And these dudes just started circling around me do you think this is fucking, do you think this is funny? And thank God security came and saved me because these guys were going to beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, of course.
And I would have deserved it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Sometimes I get that sort of, that's definitely, I feel like Patrice O'Neill would call that a white guy who's drunk and now all of a sudden he's looking to get his ass kicked.
Yes.
And it's I don't know why you hate yourself, but just go home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right. Absolutely.
This guy comes up to me as I just finished pouring the 10th cup.
Right.
He comes up and he goes, "Those are ours." Immediately out of the bat, that's how he's talking to me, and that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's "Those are ours." And I go, "Oh, no, we're playing against you guys."
Yeah.
I'm just totally trying to de-escalate.
Sure.
I'm not looking for...
Is it his side of the table?
I don't even know because I wasn't in the room when he was playing.
Oh.
So I'll get to that. But at first I'm "Oh, no. I'm the new guy. I'm the new competitor.
Yeah.
I'm the new athlete here to face off.
You are the new competitor.
I am the new competitor.
Yeah, this is a competition.
And I just poured all these beers.
On both sides of the table or just one?
My side.
Okay.
I'm not that much of a cuck. I'm not pouring your beers for
Fair
you,
enough.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
I'll pour it down your mouth, not on your cup.
Ew.
Yeah.
And he's no. Those are mine.
Okay.
Those are mine.
Yeah.
Dude, those are mine. And he's being really
3 times.
Cutting me off.
3 times.
Yeah, as I try to explain that I just poured these. He's yeah. And I go, I kind of start laughing and I go, what are you getting all aggressive for? Like, we're just, I go, oh, is this your side of the table? I go, I'll move the cups to the other side. I didn't realize. Because now in my head, I'm like, I'm not trying to fight, but I'm also not going to let this dude sun me over bullshit.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, you better watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah, fucking watch, I'm at my buddy's house, so I'm on level 10 good behavior.
Absolutely.
Especially with if it was just his house and his wife wasn't there, things might have gotten crazy. But I'm just thinking of her. I'm thinking of the wife, and I'm like, I don't want her to think I'm some drunk brute.
You want to come back.
It's also not a good look. Listen, when you're the stature of me, you better have a good reason to get aggressive, because otherwise you just look like a bully. You look like a dick. And I'm not trying to look like that, you know? Especially, I've been making friends all night. I'm cracking jokes. People are laughing.
Everyone's liking you.
Everyone likes me. I'm a likable guy.
Absolutely.
I'm a pretty good drunk, I think.
Yeah, I think you're pretty solid.
Usually. Yeah. Till I start that shit talk.
Yeah. So we haven't even played the game yet.
Not even played the game yet.
No ball has been rinsed in the cup of water.
No, not at all. Yes. We're literally, and like my partner and his partner are outside somewhere. So like,
smoking a cigarette.
Yeah,
bonding,
they're fucking
starting a business. Who even knows?
Being pals.
Talking about the other guy fucking the other guy's wife.
Being gentlemen. I was trying to be a gentleman.
That's all it is.
So I go, let me move these cups to the other side. I respect that you want to keep your side of the table. I would do the same thing.
Absolutely.
But I would have came in and be like, oh, buddy, you're on the wrong side of the table. Come on. I wouldn't be immediately like, those are mine. Those are mine. Those are mine.
Come in playful.
Yeah, come in playful. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're the new guy, so you now have to start making the shots?
Yeah,
you start making the calls all of a sudden?
We know how to manipulate people without being too aggressive or,
Just slight light poking.
Yeah. I start moving the cups.
Okay.
I move one cup. Yeah. And he goes, no. Don't move the cups. Those are my beers. Now, the beers have been poured from the keg.
Yes.
People are playing beer pong. My buddy Mike told me, he's like, don't bring anything.
Yes.
I've got too much beer. I've got beer left over from the last barbecue.
I'm trying to get rid of this beer.
Yeah, I got to get it out of the house.
Yeah.
I go, dude, these aren't your beers. I just poured them.
Right.
Like, I'm not a psycho. I just poured these beers.
You say this to him.
Yeah, I'm being very level-headed.
Okay.
I'm being very like, buddy, like, I don't call him buddy because I know that'll set people, but I'm just like, I'm like, dude, they're not your beers.
You know how I do. Hey, guy.
Yeah. Hey, my guy. Yeah. My dude. My bro. Yeah. And he goes, you're not understanding. He keeps cutting me off, too, as I try to explain. He's like, you're not getting it. He's like, those are my beers.
Yes.
Okay? Get away from them.
Get away from them.
Yeah.
He says verbatim, get away from them.
I don't know if he said that, but he's pretty much being shooing me off. Okay. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was verbatim.
Where are the other people? Have they come in yet?
That's when I start looking. I'm like, is anyone hearing this guy right now? Like, why is this guy talking to me?
Watching from the living room window.
Yeah. Oh, that's that big cuck who Mike invited.
Yeah. Let's see if he can actually punch.
Yeah, let's see if he can get sunned or not.
Yeah,
I'm annoyed now.
Right.
The switch has been flipped where it's like, I don't even care if I play beer pong against this guy.
I'm about to break this table.
I'm not like, I'm going to fucking swing on this guy. I'm not that guy. I'm not the fucking, but I'm like, I'm going to annoy and make a point.
Yes.
So what I do is I go, oh, these are yours?
Yeah.
I go, oh, my bad. I didn't understand. And I just start pounding them. And it's only, an inch of beer in each cup.
Ask how much you did the pour.
An inch and a half. Okay, it's keg beer. It's cheap.
Right.
But I just start.
You start pounding the beers.
Yeah. And I get two down, and I go to pick up another one.
Yeah.
And this guy, put your arm out. Just put your arm out. Grabs my arm.
Oh.
Grabs my arm.
You mean the New York handhold?
Yeah. He pulls a New York.
I'm going to give you a little...
The Vulcan not so death grip.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, there are different handholds in different states.
Yeah.
Okay? And for those listening, when you grab the back of someone's arm...
feel very flabby right now.
When you grab the back of someone's arm, this is the Jersey handhold.
That's the Jersey handhold.
When you grab the wrist, like further near the end, near the
forearm,
elbow, forearm, that is the New York handhold. Yeah.
He grabs my arm.
Yes.
And I just freeze. And I go, dude, let go of my arm. And he doesn't. And he starts.
Hold on.
Now,
hold on.
Already, I'm well within my rights to just swing on this guy, right?
Hold on. Wait. Let this breathe for a minute.
Let it
this
breathe
for a
Swirl
minute.
it a little bit.
Let me enjoy
I know you like a good confrontation.
Yeah, you know I love it. What's beef?
What's beef?
I need to know. I need to know what's beef.
Beef is when you grab some dude's arm.
You
don't touch people. That's a big thing for me.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't touch people before COVID.
Yeah.
You certainly don't touch a motherfucker after COVID.
I'm like 6 feet, dude.
Yeah. Why do you think this table's between us?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know you.
Also, post-COVID Flip Cup, also not good. Too close. Beer pong, not bad.
I was arguing about that earlier today, though. My friend was telling me, like, oh, well, first of all, you should be playing beer pong with water and just drink your beer. I'm like, that's not real beer pong.
That's not real beer pong.
It's not real beer pong.
Nobody respects that.
It's dirty. I get it. But you know what? I don't get sick.
Yes.
You probably get sick all the time because you've never had dirty beer pong.
You're drinking hair.
Yeah.
and floor
There's
dust.
always hair in the beer pong cups. How's that happen?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
It's long hair, too. Where does the long hair come from?
Yeah, there's nobody. Everybody here's got crew cuts.
Okay, so that's fine. How long are their pubes? That's what I want to know. Long pubes. So this guy...
My mind is racing.
I mean, when a man puts his hand on another man like this...
It's like an invitation.
It's an invitation. Listen.
Go ahead.
You know, to quote Terrence Howard in Four Brothers, okay? You keep knocking on the devil's door, eventually somebody gonna answer. All right?
And this dude was knocking, Kunal.
He was knocking.
Once he grabs my arm...
Ding, dong. Ding, 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 ding,
and
ding, dong.
He even grabs my left arm.
Wait, no.
Which I'm a right.
Wait. He grabs your left arm.
He grabs my left arm.
Okay. He grabs your left arm with his right hand.
I think so, yes. But I've said this on the podcast before. I'll wake up in the morning by watching these public freakout videos.
Yeah.
It's not a good thing I do.
No.
You get that fake adrenaline.
You shouldn't wake up with the feeling of someone shitting in your cereal.
Yeah. That's... Well, I like justified ones, you know what I mean? I like to find the ones where it's like, oh, this dude had it coming,
100%.
blah, blah, blah. And then, of course...
This guy's parents were shot. He became back. These things.
And I start daydreaming where it's like, I haven't been in a fight in so long.
I've been waiting.
I wonder if I'll ever get into another fight.
My whole life for this.
That's like deserve. Like, I wonder if I would protect somebody on the streets or like protect myself.
Reality.
Maybe a little bit. I start writing. And in my head, once he grabs me and I say,
Rooney.
I go, dude, let go of my arm.
Yes. Is your right-handed?
Uh-huh.
Is your right hand in the air?
No, it's just actually I got a little Italian. I start talking about I go, dude.
Right hand's in the air.
But I don't touch him. Like I don't go to like cuz that's the thing too is like I also know if I grab this dude's wrist,
I'm going to tell you right now, if a touch gets met with a touch,
it's fight.
The next time a touch occurs, better be swinging.
I don't know what World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones. I don't know why that. Had you never heard that one too?
No, I haven't.
We're gonna get you outside someday, buddy. You're gonna get out of this apartment.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they just keep me in here.
Jewish lightning. Yeah. So I do a Jewish lightning. I hit him.
You set the garage on fire with him in it. So what happens?
My mind is like instantly going like.
And this is the thing. I know how to set you off.
How?
Several ways.
Okay.
Several ways to piss you off.
Uh-huh.
I know.
Putting your hand in my face all podcast?
Yeah. I do that a lot. I do that, but it's a form of love. I'm not trying to irritate you.
I know. That's your New York Italian-ness coming out.
In this situation.
Yeah.
But this is, I know how to irritate you rather well.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Demanding things out of you.
Yes.
That's one.
Yes.
Pretending I don't hear you.
Oh,
that irritates the shit out of me.
My brother does this thing where I'll say something to him and he looks at me and looks away and I'm like, I'm going to kill you.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know. Like,
I need acknowledgement.
I know. I've known you for so many years. I know how to break your things.
It's true. Yeah.
I know your joints. I know where your mental joints are.
You know where the chinks in the armor
Yeah.
is.
I know exactly where these Asians
So wait,
are.
what else? What else? Hold on.
So those two to me are my big ones.
Okay,
in
they're
terms
the
of
big
how
ones.
I get you.
Yeah. Luckily, you really only engage in the first sometimes. Very rarely will you not answer me.
I rarely not answer you. I'm talking text, and I'll call you back. I'll send you a text. I'll get back to you.
I don't mind an unanswered text.
I know.
Though.
I
That's
understand,
kind of
but I'm so quick to get back to you.
Right.
But
because I'm just like once I send you a text, I'm just how come you didn't answer?
I can feel the phone pulsating on the other end. So I know those are ways to irritate the shit out of you.
Yes. Another way to irritate me is to grab me.
Yes, but that's something I would never.
No, I know. Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, I'm instantly doing the math where I'm like, I think I'm within my right and reason to hit this guy.
You were well within your
like,
right.
I don't think anyone would, but then I'm doing that.
Now describe this to me. 5'8". When you say wiry, you mean thinner than me?
Yeah.
Thinner than me.
He's thin. He doesn't look jacked or anything, but he looks like a fit guy. He looks like he can handle himself.
Okay.
I got bad knees. I don't want to get my ass kicked either.
Oh, so you're afraid?
No, I'm not afraid.
Yes.
I'm not afraid.
Right.
But I am the thing where it's like, if I swing, I better fucking...
You better follow
Put
through.
this guy... Yeah, I better get on top of this guy because I'm not going to be the idiot who...
You're not going to slap this
You
man.
do the feeble... Yeah, you do the slap and then you just get a flurry of blows to your face.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And also nowadays...
Yeah.
I mean, you joke about where you never know if somebody's packing heat. This guy didn't have a gun. That's what I'm immediately like. He could have had a gun at a barbecue. It's not Texas.
He was sitting at the table, just rotating the gun in the finger.
Those are my beers. I'm like, yes, they are.
Yeah, they are, sir.
Let me pour them down your throat.
Yeah, you know, you bend over and you become a chair, so he could sit on you.
But not that he could have had a weapon or something.
Yes.
But nowadays, anybody could be fucking trained in Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
You do not know. And the telltale sign that a lot of people often use is if they have cauliflowered ear.
Yeah.
Now, let me say something. For the Brazilian jiu-jitsu nuts and the people that always tout the cauliflower ear, most people do not have the cauliflower ear.
Yeah, I don't think it's as common as you think.
It's not like when I did Brazilian jiu-jitsu for 9 months. Man, there were a couple people with cauliflower ear. You know, a lot of them were fine.
You get cauliflower nipple, depending on the uniform. Cut that out, please.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely cut
cauliflower
that out.
nipple.
Okay. So then what happened?
That's what I said to him to break the ice. I was like, "You have cauliflower nipples over there." He doesn't let go, and I'm like,
He doesn't let go.
He doesn't let go,
What'd you say to him?
I said, "Dude, let go of my arm."
Right.
And I said it just like that. Like I got real quiet.
How hard is the squeeze?
It's not. He's not like gripping the shit out of it, but like he's grabbed my arm and he's like preventing me from further drinking of what he thought was his beers.
Right.
And he doesn't let go at first, and I'm like, I can swing. Like before I say should I swing on him, I think can I swing on him?
Yes.
And my mental capacity gives me a big old thumbs up.
Yes.
You're in the right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then.
Like
this is
fresh maker.
This is something you might not know about me. I'm really not into violence, though. I've seen people get beat up.
Yeah.
It's a fucking bummer.
It's a horrible. It ruins the mood.
It ruins the mood.
It harshes the mellow.
There's still a party going on.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Where are the other guys? Have they showed up?
No. The door's open. I can hear people on the other side of the door, and I can see some people in the hallway. But nobody knows there's a conflict.
It would be so funny if the next time these people see this guy's flying through a wall.
Well, what I should have done, in retrospect, there's always a dozen cool things you could have done, or funny things.
Tell me what happens, though.
I'll tell you what happens is he doesn't let go.
Right.
I think I'm gonna punch this guy. Like I have that moment where if he doesn't let go of me, I'm gonna fucking punch this dude in his nose.
Of course.
And then I go, what about Hannah, the wife? What about Hannah? Lovely Hannah. This is her new home. I'm gonna fucking swing on a guy in a new home.
Oh, I thought you said this to him.
I just put my finger to his lips. I go, what about Hannah?
You know, she's becoming a lawyer. They just bought this home. You know, they put back the trash cans where they need to be.
Yeah. Unfinished garage.
Yeah.
About to be decorated with your blood.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But I go.
What do you say?
I go. I'm not going to swing on this guy.
Yes.
Yet. Like I'm going to at least if it escalates, it escalates. But I'm not going to be the guy to escalate it. And I just repeat again, with my arm up, because he doesn't say anything when I go let go of my arm. He just does not let go.
Right.
And I only 2 seconds pass before I go.
But it feels like forever.
I go. It does. Yeah. I go, dude, let go of my fucking arm right now.
Yeah.
And he let go of my arm.
Yeah, he did.
And he just I just basically took another beer and walked away because I was like, there's no, I don't know where we go from here.
What's his face when you say it the second time? Does he realize?
He doesn't look fearful.
Right.
But I think he realized he overstepped a boundary. Unless he was ready to fucking fight.
Yeah.
He should not be putting his hands on anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think, so go on.
I go out into the party,
right,
and I find Mike, the dude, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know who that dude is, but like he's getting fucking out of line. This dude just put hands on me.
Yeah.
And that's what I phrase it as. Because it's not like he punched me, but you grab someone like that aggressively who you don't know.
100%.
You put hands on me.
100%. And now it's time to be a tattletale.
And he goes, what? Like everyone's to be a tattletale. What do you want me to do?
I'm kidding. I'm just fucking around.
I didn't say like kick this guy out or anything. That's what I should have. What I should have done is when he grabbed me, just immediately been like, ah! Like just a blood curdling scream like a banshee. Just
everybody runs out.
What's wrong? I'm like, he grabbed me.
He touched me.
He touched me.
Where did he touch it? Inappropriate. You start screaming inappropriate touch.
Yeah, I'm just like, get your hands off me,
Stranger
pervert.
danger.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going outside for a cigarette. Like, I need to get some air now. I need to get away from this situation.
Absolutely.
And by the time I came back in, like 5 minutes later, the dude had left. And I asked my boss, I was like, did you kick him out? Like, I didn't ask you to kick him out. He goes, no, I didn't ask him to. He was like, I'm leaving. And I was like, all right, I think that was a good move on his part. Because, like, now it's kind of spreading throughout, like, you know.
Right.
And even, like, some dudes who I had met them before, but I hadn't seen them in years and years. Not close friends or anything, but guys I know, kind of. They're coming up to me like, what the fuck happened in there? Right. I'm like, I don't know. And they're even saying, they're like, yeah, you're not fight guy. You're not like,
you're not fight
start
guy.
Shit, dude.
No.
And they're just going based on talking to me for the evening. And I go, yeah, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, of course
This
not.
dude started with me, like mad aggressive out of the gate, vocally aggressive.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't really go anywhere.
No,
That's it.
Buddy, this is a whole thing. And I'm going to give you my assessment.
Sure.
Yeah. Anything else?
That's pretty much it. I mean, I got out of there like 45 minutes later, but he left.
Right.
I've heard speculation, not from anyone there, but people who I've told this story to today. This just happened last night. They're like, he could have been on drugs. He could have been, because he didn't seem that drunk. He wasn't like slurring his words or anything, you know? He did think his beer was not his beer.
Sure.
But it didn't even feel like that. It didn't feel like he was trying to protect his property.
Right.
It felt more like he was like, let me sun this guy.
Let me tell you what happened here.
Okay.
Let me explain. Let me break it down as to what I believe is the situation.
I also slapped his girlfriend's ass earlier in the night. I did leave that part out. No, I'm just kidding, obviously.
So let me break it down what happened here. This guy probably had a couple drinks.
Yeah.
That's clear. Had he been running the table?
No.
Okay, fine. You know he's at least had a few beers by winning this last game.
Sure.
That's probably clear. And now you've all been there for hours.
Right.
Right? So you can easily say that this guy's had a few drinks.
Yeah.
This is the kind of guy, and I've seen these kinds of guys, where they will generally be tough around, they've cultivated this personality of being tough, and they get away with it with the people in their life.
Right.
So their girlfriend, their mother, their other maybe other friends of theirs.
This might be reckless to say, but I did in my head. I'm like, I hope he's not like wailing on his girlfriend.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. This is the kind of guy. Let me tell you, this is the kind of pussy that acts like this. They do this kind of behavior, right? They don't use. They act tough around all their friends, and their friends accept Luke as the tough guy.
Yeah.
Right. And this
the
is
hothead.
The hothead.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of a temper. You know how Luke gets. There's a lot of bullshit when people go, this is how he just is. That's not excusable.
No.
And this is what happened in this situation. This guy came into this situation. You felt that vibe the minute you fucking met him.
I did.
And we all know this guy, man. We've seen this guy time and time again. He's a tale as old as time. And he walks in there and he tries to come at you. He puts the hand on the arm, holds it. You tell him once, he doesn't flinch. He's like, I've been shitty to all my friends. I'm shitty to my girlfriend. I'm not going to let this guy. And then he does it. He doesn't let go. Then you say it again with a little more bass in your voice, a little more stern situation. And then he looks over and he realizes
he's in over his head.
I'm in over my fucking head.
Yeah.
This is a situation that if I cannot get out of this situation, because now my only course out of this circumstance is I let go of this man's arm. Because now the second time he said there will not be a third. Based on what you're saying.
The third time, I'm like, come on, man. Let go of my arm.
You crumple. It hurts.
Come on.
Yeah. So this is this situation.
Just give me an Indian burn.
Yeah, right. He realizes that in this situation now, he needs to back away because he's not dealing with his circle of friends.
Right.
He's not dealing with his girlfriend, his mom. He's not dealing with these people anymore. He's in a real world situation. And if he doesn't back the fuck up, there's going to be a problem.
There's going to be consequences.
Yeah, because when you're a wiry 5'8", 5'9" guy, and you have a dude who easily has 100+ pounds on you, almost a foot of height, you're dealing with a real fucking problem.
Yeah, how do you be so aggressive? Like, I don't get to look up to too many people.
You don't.
But, like,
yeah.
if I was sitting even and I was looking at some guy, I wouldn't get mouthy. They have the height advantage. I don't know.
Absolutely. Right. No.
It was a weird situation, and I really hope that the next time I talk to my buddy...
Do you think I'm wrong?
No, that's pretty much my assessment as well. Yeah,
absolutely.
I just really hope... Because, again, now, I was also drinking. That can't go on... That can't not be calculated.
Absolutely.
I just hope I don't hear from Mike and be like, oh, that's not what we heard at all.
I would love to hear next week the entire story is like, Dennis, you were hammered the entire night. You called this guy a bitch. You said you were going to fuck him in front of his girlfriend. You weren't even trying to fuck her. You were trying to fuck him.
Yeah.
Like it was.
I was trying to cuck her.
It would be so funny if that's the story that comes out. But I've seen you take down a lot of substances and really it just hang around all normal and everything's fine.
Yeah, you've never seen me get drunk and all of a sudden it's like, oh, Rooney's got that look in his eye.
No,
I don't get it.
Yeah.
The look in my eye is like I'm hungry.
Yeah,
that's
the only look in your eye is where are we going to eat?
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm schwitzing.
Yeah, you're schwitzing. I'm schwitzing. I'm tired. Let's get out of here. I didn't get the what's the thing called? The circumstances of the places that have been tuning in, but we generally know what the circumstances are. LA been kicking ass. Omaha, Nebraska been still kicking ass.
Australia,
fucking people down under. Thank you. And the people that have been sharing the clips, tag us.
Yeah.
You get a copy of the album. We really appreciate it. The people that take pictures of you listening to the podcast, we want to see you take a picture of it on your TV. Do this kind of shit. Share the podcast. Let people know. You can find me social media, same shit always, all day KCA, ALLDAY Dennis?
At Dennis Rooney 7 on Instagram. That's pretty much my only social media. I'm still trying to crack 1,000. I need like 30 more or something like that.
Get this guy to 1,000.
Get me to 1,000 and check out my other podcast. If you like movies, I do one called Netflix Book Club with another comedian stand-up, Mike Toohey. Check out Netflix Book Club. We watch a movie and we talk about it.
Fantastic. And as always, meet me outside.